Welcome back, folks. Thanks for tuning in again. I'm going to bring you another battle report today. 2,000 point match play, Age of Sigmar. We're going to be doing some Nurgle versus Khorne.
Blades of Khorne.
Blades of Khorne. You notice Randy isn't here, and that's okay. He doesn't need to be in all the battle reports. So we'll see how this goes. I think we'll just get right into it and cover our lists.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm going to be playing Blades of Khorne today. I am bringing 2 battalions. I am bringing the Tyrants of Blood, which consists of Skarbrand himself, because he's awesome. A Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage, and a Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. That's the one. So the way that battalion works is if a demon from that battalion attacks, it automatically triggers every other Bloodlord in that battalion to attack first. I'm playing the Reapers of Vengeance group, as it were, which the beginning of the combat phase, I could spend a command point and allow Reapers of Vengeance unit to pile in and attack twice, kind of immediately. It's kind of a cheeky way of maximizing the damage output for the army. The other battalion I have is the Gore Pilgrims, which consists of 2 Slaughterpriests, a Bloodsecrator, 2 units of 10 Bloodreavers, and a unit of 5 Blood Warriors. Just gives me that big bubble of extra attacks throughout the army. I'm also taking a unit of Wrathmongers, again, to pump out the amount of attacks that I can get. Sensing a theme here, I like to play armies that just get in and punch face. And
So you're taking those specifically for Skarbrand, so that he gets
yes, right. That's the idea behind the army. If you can get Skarbrand's Carnage to go off, you can do just an insane amount of damage. I took it to a tournament last year sometime and did 196 mortal wounds throughout the 5 games we played.
Mm-hmm.
So if it works, it works, but it's one of those armies that, you know, if it starts to fall apart, it starts to fall apart. But, and I've also, so with those 2 battalions, I've got 2 extra artifacts of power. So the artifacts of power I have to take, one is for the Reapers of Vengeance, and that's the Skullshard Mantle. And I'm going to put that on my general, which is the Slaughterpriest with the Voodoo Mask. He, anytime a spell or an endless spell targets him on a 2+, he ignores all the effects of the spell or the endless spell. He also knows the command trait Mage Eater. If he rolls a straight 8 on an unbind, it allows him to unbind a spell additionally to the one he can, and then if he rolls a straight 8, it's d6 mortal wounds back to the caster, and it's automatically unbound. The other artifact powers that I'm using, I have the Amber Glaive from Gur going on my Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. Gives his Great Axe an additional inch of reach, which will make it 3 inches, and a +1 to hit. So he'll hit on 3s and wound on 2s. Hopefully put out some pain. And then the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury knows the Crimson Crown, which allows him to use his command ability once per battle round. I believe it's once per battle round, without using a command point. And that allows any Khorne demon unit wholly within 16 of him to pile in at 6 inches as opposed to 3. So again, just another kind of cheeky movement thing to kind of get the bigger demons to kind of pile in and hit. Other than that, that's pretty much it. All I've got for the army, really. Oh, I do have my prayers. My General Slaughterpriest will know Killing Frenzy, and then my other Slaughterpriest is going to know Bronze Flesh. So Killing Frenzy gives the +1 to hits on a Khorne unit wholly within 16, and then Bronze Flesh gives the Khorne unit wholly within 16 +1 to save. And then I've also brought the Hexgorger Skulls because why not? It's just, you can't not take them in a Khorne army, in my opinion. They're just too good, and if you can pair it up correctly with the altar, you can almost shut down magic on some armies pretty well. And then this is the first time I've ever taken it, but I had 60 points left over. I either could have bought a command point, but I decided I was going to bring the Wrath Axe and see if it can do anything.
An exceptionally painted Wrath Axe.
Yes. I am proxying a couple exceptionally painted units, as I am still working on the 10,000 or so plus points of Khorne that I have, but borrowing the...
It's a lot of Khorne.
Yeah. Borrowing the Wrathmongers and Wrath Axe from my good buddy here.
That's it, right?
That's all I've got for everything. Everything is pretty much standard across the board. No cheeky stuff that I can think of.
Okay. Talk about my list coming up. Harvey, you're back. Okay, so I'm taking Maggotkin of Nurgle. My list is kind of the direct opposite of the Khorne list. Not so much, I guess, actually. I was referring to the resiliency of Nurgle. So my list is a combination of the Blight Cyst Battalion and the Affliction Cyst Battalion, which I'll cover the battalions. So in the Blight Cyst Battalions, there are 4 units of 5 Blightkings and the Lord of Blights on foot. There's another option. I don't know why I said on foot.
You're just wishing there was another option.
Yeah. What that battalion gives is all my Blightkings have a rend of -1 instead of rend 0. Additionally, the Lord of Blights can hand out the heads to all the Blightkings within 3 of him instead of just picking 1 unit. So you get a little bonus shooting attack if you're within range of your Lord of Blights. Additionally, in that battalion, units that are attacked from that battalion do not gain the benefit of cover. So if he's got a Bloodthirster, you can't have Bloodthirster in cover. No, you got some Wrathmongers in cover, they get attacked by Blightkings, they do not get the +1 from being in cover. The other battalion, the Affliction Cyst, consists of 1 Lord of Affliction and 3 units of 2 Pusgoyle Blightlords, the guys that ride the flies, and you can see them exceptionally painted on your screen right now. And what that battalion allows me to do is I can take all units in the battalion, have them start off the board, and at the end of my first movement phase, they drop down anywhere on the table more than 9 inches from any of his units. It's the only exception. Got to be away from his guys. And then I can use the command ability from the Lord of Affliction, which doubles the movement speed of all the Pusgoyle Blightlords, on all Pusgoyle Blightlords within, I think, 12 inches of the Lord of Affliction. So rather than just pick a unit, if he uses that command ability, all the Pusgoyles that are within range of him get to double their movement. So that would make them movement 16. And then with an auto run of 6, or just a run, you're looking at anywhere from 17 to 22 inch movement on those guys, which is pretty darn fast for Nurgle. I have no endless spells. My only other hero is the Poxbringer, Herald of Nurgle, little demon on foot. He's going to know the, I want to say it's favored Poxes, and if that's wrong, I'll correct that later. But he picks
you're right.
Yeah, I think he picks a unit within 12 or 16. Again, I'll double check, and that unit is -1 to hit, wound, and save, and as long as that model doesn't cast another spell or move. It persists even through hero phases, which is pretty good. Yeah. I am as far as like a host is concerned, I am the Munificent Wanderers from the Wrath of the Everchosen book, and this gives me 3 things. Gives me the command trait on my general, which is the Lord of Affliction, that any unmodified hit roll of a 6, as long as that unit's wholly within 12 of the general, results in a mortal wound being dealt back to that unit. So he hits my guys on a 6, kicks back a mortal wound. I have to take the artifact called the Muck Talon, which is +1 to hit if the bearer is targeting a hero, so that's on my Lord of Affliction. And the command ability I get is pick a Nurgle demon unit within 12 inches of the general, and you take D3 mortal wounds if you charge that unit. So it's not super duper, but we're just hoping to be resilient, kick back mortal wounds. The resiliency part is going to kick in because the Pusgoyle Blightlords have the disgustingly resilient rule that the Plague Bearers on foot do. So 5 up, I ignore damage. So I'm hoping to just weather the Khorne storm. Khorne storm.
That's
and trademark. Patent pending.
Big giant tornado of corn.
It's like a Sharknado,
but
a little bit different. And I'm pretty sure that's my list. We were playing the shifting objective scenario.
Yeah, 2019 shifting objectives. So it's the full horizontal as opposed to full table length as opposed to the half table length.
Yeah.
I think that's how the old one was. So
ready to do it? Let's get it on.
Let's get it done.
All right, we're all set up here. I have outdropped Levi because, well, we're both 3 drops, but I finished deploying first. So I decided for this scenario, I'm going to take first turn, just because I know with shifting objectives, I can get all 3 objectives in my first turn. So just for maximum scoring, I'm going to just try and go with it. So we're going to start with my hero phase. Okay. So I'm going to take the first turn, like I said, and we rolled for the primary objective, which turned out to be a 3, which is this one over here. So, yeah, we'll start my hero phase. There's not a lot I need to do in my hero phase. I'm going to roll for my contagion points. I get D3 contagion points for having a tree. These points I can use to eventually summon more Nurgle units. I get a 3. And I get, with the combination of the other points that I get, I'm going to be at 7 contagion points for my first turn here. In my hero phase, the Nurgle wheel is currently on cycle 6, which picks D3 enemy units within 12 inches of each other, and they take D3 mortal wounds. So, D3 units. Oh, 1 unit. So 1 unit takes D3 mortal wounds. Who's your general?
He is this guy right there.
That priest? Okay, so yeah, that priest is going to take D3 mortal wounds. For 3. So I'll put a marker on there for you. Okay, and then I'm going to try and move the Nurgle wheel after I break everything. From my Poxbringer here, I need to get a 7.
Okay.
I can move the wheel wherever I want. That's a 6, so it did not go off. It didn't go off.
It didn't go off, so I cannot bind it.
Can't bind. And that's all my magic. No command abilities at the moment. So that's it for my hero phase.
And that puts you at 3 command points total?
Yes, because now I have 3 command points. Because I started the game with 2, and I get 1 for my turn.
Oops.
Math. Okay. And then, so we'll go into my movement phase. So I'll move all my models, and we'll come back after that.
Okay.
We're done with the movement phase. As you can see, I've kind of marched my Blightkings up the board here, and then I've also dropped down my Affliction Cyst battalion all right over here, which is on objective 3, which is the primary. I've only got 1 charge, which if they fail is going to be it for my turn, so I'll just try the charge. So these Blightlords are going to try and charge over there, the Bloodreavers. I needed a 9, that's an 8. I think just for the sake of maybe trying to get into you and tie you up, I'm going to spend a command point from my general right here and re-roll it. So, spend a command point. Yeah. Oh. So I need a 9. Nope. And then, do I spend that command point with the Aether Quartz Brooch on a 5-up? I don't spend that point. I do. So it puts me down to 1 command point left. That'll pretty much be it for my turn. I will score 1, 2, 5 points, as this one's worth 3. So I score 5 points, and that's pretty much it. We can roll over to Khorne turn 1. Oh yeah.
All right. So Khorne turn 1. I'm going to get my command point, so that's going to bring me up to 3 in total. Hero phase stuff, in regards to command abilities, I don't have very many I have to deal with. The 1 command ability that I do typically use is in the beginning of the combat phase. So I'm going to start out with going to start with some prayer action. My general here is going to attempt to go with, I believe he's the one who knows Bronze Flesh. I'm going to put Bronze Flesh on Skarbrand. That is 1, but I can reroll because I'm within 8 of the altar. That is a 1.
Oh, no.
So he takes D3 mortal wounds because he sucks at his job.
1 mortal wound. Because Bronze Flesh is a...
1 mortal wound, yes, because it's a lore prayer. So that was cool. That was fun.
Oh, so he's at 4 wounds taken?
He's at 4 wounds taken.
Oh, no.
Correct. He's going to attempt to pray for the skulls. This is on a 4. The skulls do come out. So they will come out wholly within 8 inches of him. I'm going to put them there. And then they do get an 8-inch move, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use them as a roadblock to try and keep you from going there.
Okay.
My other Slaughterpriest here is going to attempt Killing Frenzy. It's on a 4. Rerolling. Nope. He's going to attempt the Wrath Axe. That is on a 5. And the Wrath Axe does come out. So that's a new first for me. So it comes out wholly within 8, I believe.
I mean, 8 would make sense. For Khorne.
Yes. Yep. Wholly within 8, and then can move 8, but it also flies. Which I think is kind of awesome in the metal scheme of things.
You're going to hit me.
So I'm going to move it 8 and put it right there. Because I believe it's anything it ends within an inch of.
Anything that flies over suffers D3, and then anything within an inch takes D6. 1 unit within an inch, right?
Yeah, so Hatred's Edge. That is... after this model has moved, roll a dice. For any unit the model passes across. On a 2+, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. Then the player that set up the model picks 1 enemy unit within 3 inches and rolls the dice. On a 2+, that enemy unit suffers D6.
So you probably had enough movement to flip my base and fly over it.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Measure it.
So 8 would be there.
Oh, it's an 8, right? Yep.
And then, so yeah, technically I could...
Yeah, you just flip it and then you land.
Yeah,
yep.
And do that.
Okay, so show me 2 up
so,
for D3.
2+ for D3. That's a 6, so that's D3. D3 mortals for 3 mortals.
So 3, and we'll do the other one. I'll just roll my Disgusting Resilient after the damage.
Yep. On a 2+, that's D6, and of course it's a...
Alright, so it was 3, right?
Yes, there's 3 wounds.
Ignore wounds on 5. I ignored 1, so I take 2.
Alright, 2 wounds onto that unit there. I believe that is it for the rest of my stuff. I think what I might do is I might... that should be enough to get me through. I'll just move that over and make a little bit of an alleyway to try and get within 6 of that. That should be it for my hero phase. So I'm going to go on to the movement phase and back at you.
Let's do it.
So went ahead and moved on my units. Bloodreavers ran, got a pretty good run over here. I think a 12-inch run there. Moved my Slaughterpriest up in an attempt to take control of this with model count. Cleared a path for all my demons to get through and moved everyone else accordingly. So now we're going on to the... Well, are you within 12?
Shooting attack.
Yes. I do have... Khorne does have a shooting attack.
Alright, let's see it.
So this is the Lash of Khorne. 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. And the greater demons, if they're wholly within... I think it's wholly within 16 of each other, but they count they count as themselves. They get innately reroll 1s, and that applies to shooting and melee. So, Lash of Khorne, 3s and 3s onto this unit, rerolling 1s. That's 3 hits. Just 1. At rend 1, D3 damage.
So it's going to be 5 up.
As you break models.
6, sir. Got it.
Okay. So that's it for the shooting. I'm going to go into charges. I'm going to charge here. He really just needs to roll anything better than Snake Eyes. which gets 5. That's going to put him there.
How's Skarbrand feeling today?
Skarbrand's, he's not pissed. Like, that's again one of the things with Skarbrand is, do you hold him back or do you send him forward?
Right.
But I think right now I'm just gonna I'm gonna hold him back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and bank on that double turn.
Sure.
That's what I'm gonna go for.
Yeah.
So with that,
that's the only other charge, right?
That's the only other charge. Yeah.
All right. Well, we can start the combat phase.
Yep. Go into combat. So beginning of the combat phase, I'm gonna pop off the Reapers of Vengeance command ability, which is gonna allow him to pile in and attack twice. He is going to get 1 additional attack from the Bloodsecrator because the Bloodsecrator has a 24-inch range because he's within range of his Slaughterpriests. So this will give him 5 attacks. With the Amber Glaive, he's hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Oops. Alright, so we're hitting on 3s, re-rolling them 1s. Good thing. So that's 3 that are going to hit. Now, he's going to wound on 2s. Any wound rolls of 6, do mortal wounds to a big damage, or to a bubble based on his damage table, and that's wounds in addition to the damage being done. So we're looking for 2s, looking for 6s, but wounding on 2s. No 6s, of course.
That's okay.
But that's 2 at rend 2. Onto these Pusgoyle Blightlords here.
Well, they're 4 base, so that gives me, I need 6s here. Nope.
Okay, that is going to be 2d6 damage. So for 6, a modest amount of damage.
And I forgot to see if you had any 6s to hit me, which would have kicked back more than, but
I don't
think so.
But I don't know.
All right, so to save these wounds on 5s, saved just 1.
That's 5 damage.
Ooh, that kills a model because they have 7 wounds each.
Okay.
He's dead now.
And then this is going to allow him to pile in an attack again, which he's just going to pile in that way.
Okay.
We're doing 5 attacks again.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Lots of 2s in this game. Lots of 2s in this game. Wounding on 2s, looking for 6s. No. So that is 2 more additional ones at rend 2.
Yeah, we need 6s here. Pow, pow, pow. Alright, well, that's him done, right?
That's him done, yep.
Alright, we'll just go right into my combat and have the Pusgoyle Blightlord retaliate. I just need to check his stats right fast. Okay, so since Levi is a gentleman, I realized that I had allocated the wounds to my non-bell carrier guy, which is an extra weapon, so I wouldn't have killed him first. No sane person would. So we reverted that and just made it so I can attack with the bell. So this is going to be the 3 attacks from the Blight King. 6s do explode into d6 attacks, 3s and 3s. No 6s. And 3s. So 3, no rend.
Okay. These are going to be 4-up saves. So he takes
2 damage.
2.
I'll just keep tally here for you. So here's your 2. And then you got 1 attack from the bell. This is 4s and 3s. Miss. I get 2 attacks from the foul mouth parts, 3s and 3s. 1 hit.
I need you to control your dice
I
here,
can't.
sir.
1, no rend.
4 up. That's a save.
And the Stanger, I'm going to sting you, is 4s. And 3s. Yeah. Rend 1.
Looking for 5 up. That's a save.
That was D3 damage.
That's too bad.
Oh well. Oh, all of that should have been probably -1 from the Wrath Axe. So, you live and learn.
You live and learn.
That'll be... Well, that's pretty much it, right?
That's the
your
end of my turn.
No, I can't fail Battle Shock with losing 1 model.
So I'm going to roll to see if the prayers stay.
judgments.
So typically on a 1 through 4 they go away, but since they're both wholly within 8 of a priest, get a +1. So
they
stays there.
Actually stay on a 4 up. So
stays there.
Axe stays. Great. Well, let's just go right into the priority. How about that?
Okay, priority roll.
You ready to do this?
Yeah, go for it. This is going to be kind of a big one.
5. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and choose to take the turn.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay, so start of my hero phase. We'll start with my hero phase stuff. Sounds about right.
Yes.
So I get D3. The only contagion points I'm getting because of where everybody is right now is just D3 contagion points from my tree. So roll my little D3 die here. So I get 3 contagion points, putting me up to 10 total contagion points. My Nurgle wheel is the cycle of regrowth, I want to say. That Nurgle units heal D3.
Mm-hmm.
None of my guys are wounded, so we're not doing that. We are going to try and move the Nurgle wheel to the spot that I pick. So I'm not close enough to get any minuses from your skulls yet, right?
I think you have to be wholly within 12 of both.
Okay. So we'll just try to get a 7 to move the wheel. Okay. That's 5. So that didn't work. I think that's it for my hero phase. Yeah. So we'll go on to my movement phase. Alright, I have 1 shooting attack. The Lord of Blights has
This is what movement looks like.
Yep. Oh yeah, sorry. Moved everything up. Kind of moved the fly boys closer to the demons. Brought the kings up. Brought these guys up a little bit. So my only shooting attack is from the Lord of Blights, 14-inch range. He gets to throw 1 rotten head at this here Slaughterpriest. I need 3s and 3s. That's 5. That's 5. It is rend 3.
That's no save.
D3 damage.
Okay, he's got 2 wounds remaining.
Alright. Got him.
I got him. That does give me a blood tithe point.
Okay, let's go right in my charge phase. Let's charge these Blightkings right here. They get an innate +1 from their own bell, so they're just going to charge up. That is 5, which should be enough. Yeah. So they're going to scoot up.
Okay.
These guys have nowhere to charge now. Let's charge these Pusgoyle Blightlords over up on the ruins here. You got a 9. Save a few choice targets. They'll just swoop. Oh god.
That's how you break models, man.
Yeah, they'll swoop around here. It's fine, they can fix that with the pylon. And then these guys can charge. It's a 9. We're gonna pivot your guy. Too many wings. I'm gonna stay outside of 3 of Skarbrand because I really don't want to pick that fight. And we can clean that up. These Blightkings way over here are gonna try and charge. Not sure what they need. But a 3 is not gonna do it.
3 is not gonna do it.
Hey, that right now. That is pretty much it for my charge phase, so we'll come back in the combat phase. Okay, I've decided to fight over here first. I forgot that he can activate a command ability and let his demons pile in within 6, so...
Which I am going to do, so I'm going to use the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury's command ability that allows the greater demon, or demon units within 16 of him to pile in at 6 inches, which allows Skarbrand to kind of get over here and into the...
Well, that'll be his activation, right?
Yes, actually, yes. That'll be at his activation.
You're next anyway, so...
Which, at the beginning of the combat phase as well, I am going to use the Reapers of Vengeance command ability. And I'm going to allow him to pile in and attack twice if he survives.
Okay. But he's going to survive, let me tell you.
Well, you never know.
Alright, so I'll start here with these 2 Pusgoyle Blightlords. They'll start with the Blight King attacks. It's going to be 6 total. I need 3s and 3s here. 6s explode. Hey.
There's 3 6s.
3 6s turn into D6 extra hits.
That's rough.
8, 9. So 3, 6, 9, and 3s. So you got, what is that, 6? No minus, because these guys don't have the rend. They're not in that battalion.
So, looking for 4 ups with no rend. still not great, so that's 3 that come through.
3 go through. Okay, I'll do the stingers from both flies. It's going to be 4s and 3s.
Okay.
1 at -1.
5 up. Nope.
This is D3 damage.
Okay.
For 2. And the foul mouth parts from both, which is a total of 4 attacks. 3s and 3s. I'll hit.
Okay.
2, no minus.
4 ups.
1 more damage sneaks through. And then finally the bell, swinging underneath that fly. 4s. Ooh, 3s. That is rend 2, damage 2.
6 up. Oh, I saw it, but nope.
Another 2 damage sneaks through. They did okay there.
Yeah, not bad.
So your combat.
Okay. So, beginning of activation, I'm going to activate Skarbrand first, and he's going to pile in 6 inches this way to the best he can. With all the wings and stuff, it makes it kind of difficult model-wise.
Yeah, he's there.
But he's there. So he didn't attack last turn, so he is automatically just super pissed, and he's going to be incandescent. So I'm going to start my start with the Carnage attacks. It's initially just 1 attack, but I get an additional attack from the Bloodsecrator. This is going to, on a 1+, the unit he's attacking takes 8 mortal wounds. If I roll a 6, it's 16 mortal wounds. So no matter what, we're taking 16, but looking for 32 of them. Nope. 1+, so 16 mortal wounds onto that unit there.
Well, let's do 8 and 8, distressingly resilient, so 5s. So saved 3 so far. And 4. So I saved 7. So I take 9.
Yes, that would be correct.
9 more wounds so far. Okay.
And
then
then
regular attacks.
he has 9 base attacks for Slaughter. With the +1, it's going to make it 10 attacks. These are hitting on 4s and 3s, which are not super stellar. Rerolling 1s. Again, thank goodness.
6s to hit, do a mortal wound back to you because of my command trait.
So he takes 3 mortal wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's fine. He doesn't
He's
mind.
fine.
He doesn't mind. So that is 7 that go through. These are wounding on 3s. Wowzers. That's 3 at rend 2, and these are 3 damage apiece.
So I need 6s here. Not a 1, so it's another 9 damage.
That is an additional 9 damage.
Okay. So disgustingly resilient, save any of these. So you've already done 9 to the unit. There's 14 wounds in the unit. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So they are
Wiped.
Gonzo.
So that will give me an additional blood tithe point. And the way the Tyrants of Blood works, by him attacking and killing by him just attacking, he triggers another Bloodthirster in that battalion to automatically just fire up and attack right away. So I'm going to attack now with the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. He has 10 wounds on him, and I looked back, and I'm stupid because I don't know my rules, but I missed out on an additional attack. I should have been rolling 6 dice instead of 5 last turn, but, you know, stuff happens.
That's okay, buddy.
So I'm first going to send these first 5 attacks into the one guy, the guy that's remaining.
Single guy right there.
Because this unit has already attacked, so I'm not super worried about them right now. So 5 attacks. These are hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
6 bounces of mortal wound back.
Bounces of mortal wound back, which I will gladly just take that. Looking for 2s, but wouldn't mind a couple 6s as well.
Oh god.
Well, there's a 6, but he's so damaged on his damage table that that is only 1 mortal wound
Oh.
To everything within 8 inches of him.
Okay.
Every enemy unit within 8.
So all my stuff, basically.
Afflictions, this unit, this unit, this unit, or this unit, this unit, this unit, and that's it.
Okay, so I'll just do my saves.
So, yeah.
Lord of Affliction. Didn't save it, takes a wound. The single guy saves it. And the 2 guys do not save it. So,
Okay.
damage.
Okay, and then the single guy has 3 attacks coming back at him at Rend 2.
Oh, right.
As well.
So, Rend 2, I need 6s here.
There's 3 of them total.
Oh, 3. 6.
So 2 go through at d6 damage apiece.
Is it? Oh yeah, it never degrades, right?
No, the damage for him never degrades. It's
right.
Total number of attacks on his
Right.
axe, and his mortal wounds and movement. So d6 damage. That's 11 damage to that single Blight King.
Okay. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So you've done 1 with your splash damage, and then saved a fair amount. 2, 4, 6, and with the single damage you did, that's enough to kill him.
So that'll give me a blood tithe point, putting me at 3. And then, with the Reapers of Vengeance command ability, since he's last in the chain of the Tyrants of Blood, he gets to pile in and attack these guys again.
I don't like it.
So these are the same thing, 3s and 2s, re-rolling 1s.
Nope, got 1 6.
Okay.
Just take 1 more wound.
So 1 mortal wound. He is still severely hurt. So that 2 gets nixed. And then looking for 2s, but 6s would be great too. Or we could just roll a crap ton of 1s. That's fine. So that's 2 at Rend 2.
Okay, 6 is here. Uh-oh. Failed both.
2d6 damage. For a total of 3. Not great.
You win some, you lose some. 5 up.
I suppose.
2 more. So 2 go through on that unit plus the damage from the mortal wounds. So that unit has suffered 3 wounds.
Did they take any from the last one? From the last mortal wound? They did.
Yeah, they took 1. Yeah, so this unit's taken 3.
Unit's taken 3. Okay. Yep, I'm losing my mind.
Back to my combat, I guess, then, eh?
Which you would be.
Got some stuff over here.
Got
All
some
right,
stuff
we'll
there.
check that out. All right. Just gonna go with these Blightkings right here. Can't really finagle. Really, it's gonna be 2 guys.
You get just 2 guys in there.
Yeah. So 2 guys, 3 attacks each. 6s explode. Is it 3 attacks each? Yeah. I haven't played Blightkings so long. Yep, because the full unit's 15 attacks. So no rerolls or anything. But 6s explode. Hey!
That's a lot of explosions.
So d6 hits. That's not a lot. 4. So there. And 3s. So 5 at Rend 1.
So that kills half the
Oh, kills 5.
4 and 5.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Battle Shock.
Do you want to pile in with fight with that one guy, or?
Oh, I suppose I can get 1.
But you're near the icon, and you're under the rage from your banner, so he gets like what, 3 or 4 attacks?
He'll get he'll get 1 from the banner,
and 1 from being near
and
it.
1 from being within 12. So 3 attacks. These are 4s and 4s, re-rolling 1s. That's 1 at no rend.
Saved it.
Of course you did.
Okay.
So Battle Shock. I believe the banner gives them +1 to bravery. Lost 5. Their base bravery is 5.
Yeah.
So 6. I just need to roll a 1, which I did.
Got him.
That's the first time Bloodreavers have ever passed Battle Shock.
And I have no battle shock, so we'll go into your turn.
Well, what do you score?
Oh.
You score.
So I retain this one because we failed to say, but this we rolled the d3 and it stayed
here.
Primary, so
Yep.
3. I get 5 again.
1.
So putting up to 10 victory points to your.
To my 0. Yeah, doing well. It's great. Okay, so hero phase stuff. The only thing I can really do is my hero phase. I'm going to get my command point. That puts me back up to 2. Because the Crimson Crown ability allowed me to not have to spend a command point. You can do that once per battle round. So hero phase stuff, the only thing I can really do now is some prayers, some prayer action. He's going to try and pray for Killing Frenzy on Skarbrand. Looking for that 4. Nope, that's 1. Nope, that sucks. He's going to Bloodbind this unit here. On a 4. No. And no.
He takes D3 mortal wounds for his troubles.
Jesus. 1.
Not bad. But then you can move your prayers too, right?
Yeah, I can
move your judgments.
I can move the judgments, yeah. Which they move 8.
Now, do you want to do? Remember, if you fly over, you do damage.
Right. I was just seeing.
Oh, if you end
trying to
the D6.
I was trying to maximize damage output here. I'm gonna fly them up and over. So.
Are the hex quarters moving?
Yeah, they fly, so I'll have them move here.
Boop. Blocking me out.
So on a 2+, they take D3. Nope.
Oh.
2+, D6, yes.
There you go.
5.
5. So you're gonna kill the champ. Boink. Okay. Is that your hero face?
Yeah. Go on to movement after this.
Okay, let's do it. So movement phase is done.
Movement phase is done. So we're going to the shooting phase. Again, something I forgot last turn. Skarbrand can make a roar of total rage. He did attack last battle round. Check that. All right. Just checking the damage table. So he fought last battle round, so he's back up on his damage table. He's only taken 3 wounds. So this roar of total rage, he's only getting 1 dice. On a 5-up, it's a mortal wound. He's going to put it on these guys. Attempt to anyways. No, nothing happens there. Yep. I've got the Lash of Khorne coming in on these guys. It's 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, rerolling once. Okay. And this is a shooting attack, so I don't take any damage back. 3s. Okay.
So 2 with them.
That is 2 at rend 1, damage D3.
So we need 5s here. Failed both armor saves, so 2d3 damage.
That's 3 damage.
So ignore on 5.
Of course you did. Sure. Sure.
Got him.
Sure. Sure. That's it for shooting.
Charge?
So we're gonna go into charges. Skarbrand's gonna charge here. He rerolls faileds, but that's 6. So that's gonna put him. Well. Yeah, I want to go there.
Okay.
So it finishes there. This Bloodthirster is going to charge as well. That's 4 inches. That'll get him there. The Bloodreavers here are going to charge 8 inches.
Yeah.
So that'll get them in there. And then that is it for my charges. So I'll move the models and we'll go on to combat.
Alright.
Okay, so everybody charged in. We're going to go with the beginning of the combat phase. And at the beginning of the combat phase, I'm going to use my Reapers of Vengeance command ability on my Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. That'll drop me to 1 command point. So he'll get to pile in an attack twice at the end of the phase, but I'm going to activate Skarbrand first. He is getting an additional attack from the Secrator, and he's wholly within 8 of the wholly within 8 of one of the guys of the Wrathmonger, so he gets an additional attack on that. So I'm going to start with Carnage, which is going to be 3 attacks total. He's on his lowest damage tier, so these have to be 5 pluses. Anything 5 plus is 8 mortal wounds, of 6 is 16. Doesn't get any of them.
So it's regular attacks.
Regular attacks, that's going to be Slaughter, a base at 5.
Ooh, are you within 12 of a measure from the Poxbringer? Because you might have to reroll 6s to hit.
Within or wholly within?
Just within 12.
No. 12 is.
Outside 12?
12 is there.
Okay.
So, should be outside of 12. Okay, so 5 base, he gets +1/+1, so 7 attacks. Those are your 4s and 3s, rerolling 1s. 2 1s to reroll, of course. And then, oops, sorry, 3s. That's 2 at rend 2, damage 3. So 6 damage total.
I need 6s to save. I failed both, so 6 damage total.
6 total.
Kills. We'll kill him.
Okay.
And we'll put 2 wounds on the standard bearer.
Alright. Now, he automatically activates the Tyrants of Blood. He's going to activate this gentleman here, who's going to pile in.
It's gentlemanly Bloodthirster.
Base to base, but that'll put him within range of the general in an attempt to coup de grace the general here.
From the top rope.
He's suffered 12 wounds, so he has base 4 attacks, getting +2 from the Secrator and the Wrathmonger, so that's going to be 6 attacks in total. Looking for 3s and 2s, and I am aware that 6s will probably kill him, but the attack phase doesn't end there, so 3s, 2s, rerolling 1s.
No 6s.
No 6s.
Dodge the bullet.
That'll get tossed. These are the rerolls. Okay, and then this is going to be 2s. 6s would be okay, but that'll work.
3 at rend.
3 at rend 2 onto the Lord of Afflictions.
So I need 6s here. Failed all of them.
So it's 3d6.
Uh-oh.
That's 10 damage.
Okay, I get disgustingly resilient. It's 5. He's got 8 wounds, so I need to make 3 of these for him to live. I make 1, 2, 3. He's got 1 wound left.
And he didn't have a wound from any of the mortal wounds prior?
He saved it.
Okay.
So, pretty sure he saved it.
Okay. I wasn't sure
I think he saved
what
it.
went through on all the other ones.
He might have taken 1. We can check. Let's check. Let's be fair. We'll check. We'll check the tape. Alright, so we checked back, and yes, I failed that disgustingly resilient, so he had a wound on him. But he is gone.
And that'll give me my 4th blood tithe point. So that then triggers my Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury, who has a base of 6 attacks, getting a +1 from the Wrathmonger, +1 from the Secrator. These are hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, rerolling 1s to hit.
And 6s don't hurt you now because you killed my general. You're welcome.
That's not a bad thing. Take those 2s out. These are the 1s to reroll. Those all are good. These are wounding on 2s. No specialties with this guy's with the 6s, but that's going to be 5 at rend 2. Damage D3 apiece.
So rend 2, you say?
Rend 2, I say.
6s. I failed all but 1.
So 4d3 damage. So that's 1, 2, 3, 5 damage. Sweet.
Whoa.
Variable dice rolls are great. I love them.
Let's see if I can save any. None. You did 5.
So 5 damage. There's 3 already on them.
So it kills a guy, and
Okay.
1 wound carries. And the 3 wounds would have been on the non-bell guy, because remember we talked about this. I screwed it up again.
Uh-huh.
But I still did it. But you're going to let me move it, right?
What's that?
You're going to let me put it to the right guy?
Sure.
Yeah!
But my guy's going to pile in and attack again.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Yeah.
instead of just moving models, we'll just see if we kill. So there's what, 6 wounds remaining on the last guy?
Yeah.
Because 1 carried over. So 3s and 2s again, rerolling 1s. My goodness, there's a lot of 2s in my life right now. Good lord. And wounding on 2s. Hey, even more 1s. That's great. 3 at rend 2.
6s. Fail all of them.
D3.
Yeah.
That is 6 on the nose.
Damage. Alright, I need 1 to save, 1 to live. Save 1 to live. English is my first language.
Saved 3.
Save 3, so it takes 3 more.
Okay.
Alright, my choice.
Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my Pusgoyle Blightlord over here, starting with the Rider. 3 attacks, 6s explode.
And you're attacking who?
The Bloodthirster of Insensate range.
Okay.
That's 3 hits. It's 3 wounds, no rend.
These are 4 pluses. He's got 2 wounds remaining. He takes 1.
Takes 1. All right, we're gonna do foul mouth parts. 3s. Oh, 3s. No. The stinger. 4s. Oh no. The bell. Comes down to the bell.
Uh-oh.
4s. Oh no. So I failed to kill the Bloodthirster.
He goes to 13 wounds.
So your choice.
Okay. Alright. I have decided, since all my Bloodthirsters have all gone, I'm going to attack with my Bloodreavers here. They're getting a +1 attack from Bloodsecrator. They're also getting a +1 attack, being wholly within 12 of the banner itself. So that's going to be 15 attacks coming from them with an additional... Oh, nope, the champ's dead. So these are 4s and 4s, rerolling 1s, which is great.
Not great. You got to reroll 6 to the hit because you're within 12 of the Wither Stave. Get that 6 out of here.
Yeah, suck that.
Nah, you got it.
Okay. Bloodreavers are they're just so good.
They're good.
No, they're not. They're terrible.
They're points efficient.
Okay.
It's not.
3, no rend.
3 no rend. I need worse.
2 go through.
2 go through. 2 on the Blightkings. Guess what the Blightkings are going to do?
Are they going to pile an attack?
Hit you back and
Okay.
hurt you a lot. Alright, so I'm going to go with the Blightkings. 12 attacks. 3s and 3s. 6s explode. Watch this just go insane. 2 6s.
3 6s.
Okay. But my D6s have been turning into garbage. That's better. 10, 14.
I was going to say, you've been averaging, like your last
3,
roll was like 9.
6,
I
9.
don't think that's garbage. They're not as garbage as they usually are.
Right. Okay, so we just need 5 3s. They're dead. They're dead because rend 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That
3,
gives me-
6, 8 damage. So Bloodreavers dead.
Bloodreavers are gone.
Blood Tithe.
And that gives me a blood type. Oh, why did I do that?
I don't know. You have any more combat?
I do. I've got Bloodreavers on
Let's go do that.
Botfly here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the champ. They get +1 from the banner because the banner is 24 inches.
How many?
6, so it's 12 attacks.
What was the pickup there? 12 attacks.
So 12 attacks from my Bloodreavers onto this here Pusgoyle Blightlord. 4s, rerolling 1s.
These guys are angrier.
Yeah,
Slightly.
slightly. And 4s. Hey, look at that. That is 5. That's no rend.
Wow. I passed 1. Disgustingly resilient. Oh, okay. So I only took 1.
Cool. Good times.
Alright.
Good times.
We'll be back. Alright, so just the one Blight King right here is going to pile into Skarbrand. I'm -1 to hit because I'm within 3 inches of the Wrath Axe. So I'm 4s and 3s, but 6s still explode on 6s because they're unmodified. You get 1 6, turns into 2. So that's these, and then 3s will win ya. 2 -1.
5 up on Skarbrand.
Take damage.
Saves 1.
And that, I believe, concludes combat. And there's no battle shock to do.
No battle shock. You still score no effing points.
You don't score any points?
No, because you have model count still
Okay.
within 6 on there, and I'm still tied up everywhere else. So we're going to go to top of turn 3. Do we want to just roll initiative now?
Do it live. You ready?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That goes to you there.
Gotta
good
go ahead
sir.
and take it. Want to roll your judgments to see if they stay?
Sure. Wholly within 8 of the Slaughterpriest here, so they go away.
Go away.
And then the Wrath Axe, that needs to be on a 5 or 6. And it goes away too. Neat.
Uh-oh. Khorne's tanking. Alright.
Going real well for me here.
We'll come back at my turn 3.
No.
Okay, top of my hero phase, I'm gonna do my bookkeeping, so I don't get any more contagion points from this tree because he's within an inch of the tree, but on a 4-up, the tree does a mortal wound to Skarbrand. So if I get an Arma.
Okay.
It didn't do it.
So at the beginning of the hero phase,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna burn my
How many blood type?
points. I have 5.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna spend that for Apocalyptic Frenzy.
So you can fight now.
And Skarbrand's gonna pile in and attack these guys in the combat phase.
In my
or in
hero
the
phase.
in your hero phase. So this is did take the 1 additional damage, so that brings him back to that puts him up a damage table. Yep. So he does move. He does pile in outside of the Wrathmonger, so it's just going to be 2. So mortal wounds on a 4+ from Carnage, which that's 8 mortal wounds onto those Blightkings. Boop. And then 6 base attacks plus 1 from the Secrator. 7. We're going to do 4+, re-rolling 1s, which is none of them. Oops. And 3s. That is 4 at Ren 2 to that last Blight King.
6s. Yeah, he's dead.
Okay, 12 damage.
Huh.
And that will give me a 1 blood type point, and I will secure, as of right now, that'll be mine.
Well, that's neat. Can I continue with my hero phase?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I appreciate that.
Hey,
well, let's
I gotta get something good in for today.
Yeah. So only contagion points I'm gonna get are over here from my guy is he within 12? As long as I'm within 12 of your board edge, I'll get
Yeah.
So I get 3 contagion points, that's it, putting me to 13. I do gain a command point, putting me at 3 command points. And then if I have range on my spell, which you conveniently piled out of range.
Ooh, well, that's good.
So he's just gonna do a Arcane Bolt on Skarbrand. Let's get a 10. I got it.
That's a 10?
It's 10. It's D3
I'm just going to attempt to unbind from my Slaughterpriest
I
here.
forgot.
This isn't the Mage Eater.
Right.
But that's only an 8, so.
But since Arcane Bolt was 10 or more, it does D3 mortal wounds. So 3.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Puts him at 7.
That is pretty much it for my hero phase. So I'll move my stuff, and then we'll come back at the start of my shooting/charge phase.
Very good.
Go to my cave and find my power hand. Alright, so movement phase done. Kind of just shifted to the right. The Nurgle wheel, I forgot to mention, the Nurgle wheel is I get +2 to my movement. So these guys gotta run, they can run and charge because I'm near the tree. Super Nurgle movement over here. I'm gonna shoot, I have 1 shooting attack. The Lord of Blights is gonna throw his Rotten Head at that Slaughterpriest on a 3. Hits on a 3. Wounds on a 3. Rend 3.
No save.
D3 damage. 2.
I thought it was a flat 3, but I guess
Nah.
just that's the Ren 3 that I'm confusing with.
Yeah. His hammer is flat too.
How much damage did you say that was?
2.
2. Okay, so yeah.
So charge phase.
3 wounds on it.
So we'll straight into my charge phase.
Okay.
We'll start with these Blightkings over here.
Okay.
They get +1. So that's 7. Now here, I don't want to get within. See, I remembered. Don't want to get within 6 of that Bloodthirster. Okay, and
Well,
then
that's only on the pile in. It's 8 inches on his big axe thing.
that's what I'm. Yeah, I don't want you to pile into me.
I can't. I'm still in combat here.
Oh, that's fine. They can
Can't
still
pile out.
surround him. Charge on the Lord of Blights right here.
Okay.
4 should be enough. Yep. Charge these Blightkings right here. They get +1. So That is a 6. I wanted to wrap up and around to fight your Wrathmongers. But we'll just go fight these guys instead. No, we're going to fight your Bloodsecrator because he needs to get hurt. Stay outside of 3. Okay. And charge these Blightkings right there. 5. Well, +1 is 6. So, okay, I'll finish my guys and then we'll start some combat. I'm going to start with my Blightkings over here on Skarbrand. They get 15 attacks, 3s and 3s, 6s explode, no other rerolls or anything. 2 6s, which turns into d6 extra hits per 10. I'll take that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that translates to 20 hits.
It's a lot.
Wounding on 3s.
On 2s and 1s.
That's a lot of them. So, yeah, 5, 10, 12 at -1 because they are in the Blight Cyst Battalion.
10, 12. So we're looking at 5s and 6s is what I'm looking for. Say it's 2.
Yeah, that's 10 damage.
That's enough to get him.
Dead Skarbrand. Oh, alright, your combat. We'll go into that.
Okay, I'm just gonna go blood type hunting at this point. Start with the great axe here. He's down to his lowest damage tier, so that's gonna make him 3 base attacks, but he's still getting +1 from the Wrathmongers and the Secrator. Looking for 3s, rerolling 1s. Cool. Looking for 2s.
Oh my god.
Super. That's 1 at Ren 2.
6 up. Fail it.
D6 for 5 damage.
5 damage. Disgustingly resilient. I need to save 3 of these. 4 of these or I die. I saved 1. I saved 2. 3 is enough to kill him.
Okay.
That is a dead fly. And I guess it's back to me, right?
And it's another blood type point for me.
Blood type for you. These kings. So 15 is all my dice -5. Okay. These Blightkings right here on the Blood Warriors, 15 attacks. 3s and 3s, 6s explode. And there's a look at all those 2s. Wow. Now this d6 needs to turn into a 6 to make up for that. No, 4. 3. And 3 to wound ya. You got 3, 6, 9 at -1.
5 ups.
Wow.
Which is not any of them. So
It's
how much
9
was that?
damage.
9 damage, so that kills
All but
one. But they all get
to retaliate.
retaliate before they die.
Let's do some math on that and we'll come
I'm
back.
gonna do that. Okay, this is their retaliation attack before they
Eat dirt.
3s and 4s with their axes. That's going to be 12 mortal wounds.
Interesting.
It's just a made-up rule that I made. Just 4, no rend.
Alright, 4 no run, so 4's here. Hey,
3 go
3. Okay. And then, well, it's your choice now. Going with the old Bloodsecrator.
So I'm going to go with the
Slaughterpriest.
Slaughterpriest here. Doesn't really matter where I go. I think I'm going to get pasted either way. So just try and put some damage on him. He's got the Bloodbath Axe, +1 from the Secrator, +1 from the Wrathmongers. Hitting on 4s.
Now, not to be a negative Nancy, but you have to reroll that 6 because you're within 12 of the Wither Stab from that demon.
Doesn't
Hey,
matter.
6 into a 6. Showed me.
And 3s. That is 3 from the Bloodbath Axe with no rend.
But it's damage.
But it is damage too.
So 4 up, he naturally rerolls 1s because of his shield.
Or you could just roll 6s, it's fine.
Alright, so we're going to go with the Blightkings on the Bloodsecrator right here. Only 4 of them are in. 3s, 6s explode.
That was my fault.
What did you do?
I was just too focused on the models.
On the action? 2d6. That's 11. So here's... Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And 3 to wound ya. Just want to roll these. Let me load you up here.
So he's a 3-up base save.
Yeah.
So these will be 4s, 5s, and 6s.
So
a lot of them.
1, 2, 3, 4. Takes 5 damage.
No, that 4 would save. Because he's a 3-up base save.
He's a 3-up. Oh, yeah, sorry.
One.
Yeah.
So he takes 4
My
damage.
bad. Takes 4. Does
He's
he have...
still alive. Blood Warrior here, before he runs off. He gets an additional +1, being the, I believe...
He's the champ.
He's marked as the champ,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So, 3s. Hey.
You're going to kill Blight King.
Cool. 4s. Probably not.
I need to fail this save.
Alright.
4 up.
Hey! Choo-choo-choo.
Got him. I'll do my Lord of Blights. 3s. 3 attack. 3s, 3s. 2 at -1. 2 damage.
6s. Nope.
Got him.
Slaughterpriest is out, and that gives me another blood type point.
So that's pretty much, that's all my combat. And that's all your combat.
I still have to retort with the Bloodsecrator.
Oh, Bloodsecrator.
Yes.
Okay.
Looking at 5 attacks from the Bloodsecrator. 3s and 3s. He is within the weather stave range.
Oh, yeah.
So
Didn't
it
matter.
Still didn't matter. Boom! That's 3. Rend 1. He's pissed.
5s.
Or you could just continue to roll 6s in my face.
Is it 1 damage?
It's just 1 damage.
Okay. Well then, let's just roll right into the Battle Shock then.
I don't have that. Bye.
So he runs away.
But I do get a blood type point.
Blood
off
type
of
point, that Blood Warrior running away. I have no Battle Shock. So, I guess it's, yeah.
It is now
Your turn.
my turn.
So
Well,
by
you
scoring-
score. You score 5 again, so you're 15.
I have 15. Alright, let's see what we can do.
Yep. Turn 3 hero phase. I've got nothing.
So,
I'll get my command point, so I'm at 2 command points because I didn't spend 1 last turn.
Right.
So that's where I'm at. I believe this game is all but over, but I'm going to go to the last man because I feel like that's what Khorne should be doing.
Khorne would like that.
Yes.
So straight in your movement.
So going into movement.
Alright, okie dokie.
Got my movement phase. Just kind of retreated the Bloodsecrator out of there, hopefully to try and get some extra damage in with all the Wrathmongers that are here. Probably won't work, just because they won't get to go first, which is moves Bloodreavers out of the corner here to try and help secure this objective. Move my deals there. The Poxbringer is within 12 inches of the Lash of Khorne.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to go 3s and 3s, rerolling them 1s. That's fantastic. That's great.
Yep. What did you do to Khorne?
Super great.
You angered him.
Yep.
Charge phase?
Charge phase. That's where we're headed.
Let's get there. Together.
Gonna charge here. Yep.
Monk.
Puts them there. Gonna charge with my Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. It's 7, 6. Which can that?
He flies.
He flies. So I'm gonna, for general purposes
there.
here, I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
put him here.
You just set
We'll
him
just
next to
treat
it.
him there.
That's fine. Wrathmongers?
Wrathmongers. There.
Made it.
7 inches. I'll move those and get back to you. Okay, So what I'm going to do, beginning the combat phase, I'm going to use a Crimson Crown ability and allow him to pile in 6 inches since he's flying here, and just set him here so he's within range of hitting both of these heroes. Also at the same time, I'm going to spend a command point. The Crimson Crown allowed me to use that for free, so I still have 1 command point. To Reapers of Vengeance, he's going to pile in an attack twice. He's got 1 wound left. Might as well try and get as much damage out of him as I can. So beginning the combat phase, I'm going to attack with him first. I am going to put all 6 attacks into the Lord of Blights. It's actually going to be 8 attacks because he is within range of the Wrathmongers and within range of the Secrator still, and he has not been wounded. So we're looking for 3s and 2s. I'm lying. Second take here.
Strike that.
With 8 attacks, I'm going to put 5 attacks into the Lord of Blights and 3 attacks into the Poxbringer.
Sure.
So the Lord of Blights attacks, 3s, 2s, reroll, and 1s.
And reroll 6s as well.
Oh, God blessed.
God bless America.
2s. Okay, so that's 2 at Ren 2.
On the Lord of Blights.
To the Lord of Blights.
So 6s, reroll 1s. Failed both.
2d3. So that's 4 damage to the Lord of Blights.
Okay, takes it.
Then these 3 attacks into the Poxbringer. 3s and 2s, reroll and 1s and 6s. There we go.
There we go.
2s. That's 3 at Rend 2 to the Poxbringer. He has... They gave him a 4-up save now, didn't he?
Yeah. Shows you at 3.
So 3 at Rend 2, so 6s.
Oh.
3d6, or 3d3?
3, 6, 9.
9.
Wow.
That's not when... I could have used these rolls so many more times in the game.
Hey, disgustingly resilient. I saved 2.
So it's 7 damage.
He is gonzo.
That'll give me 6 blood tithe points.
And then
because he fought, it'll trigger my Bloodthirster there. Who is to his lowest profile. He's got 3 attacks with his Great Axe, but he is getting +1 from the Secrator still. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Hey, there we go. Looking for 2s. 6s would be okay. Hey!
2 6s.
So that's 2 mortal wounds.
Okay.
In addition to 3 at Rend 2.
Okay, 3 at Rend 2. I need 6s. I did save 1, so 2d6 damage.
2d6 damage plus the 2 mortal wounds. There it is.
9.
That is
11 damage.
11 damage.
So the champion has 5. So kill him.
And then 6 more, so that's another Blight King plus 2 over.
Does he get to fight again?
Yes, he does.
Alright, so we'll kill him. And then you should kill him. So I don't mess coherency.
So 2 will transfer to him, right?
2, yeah, sorry.
Okay. So another 4 attacks here. Same thing. 3s, reroll 1s. Hey, they all hit again. Where were these rolls earlier, guys? 2s, looking for more 6s. But that's not 6s, but that is 4 at Rend 2.
So I need 6s. That's 4d6 damage.
46 damage for a total of
Wow.
20.
They're gone.
I am really kind of irritated that they decided to just show up at the end of the game here. So that'll give me my 7th blood tithe point.
Wow. You went off. Alright, I guess it's my combat, right?
It is your combat, sir.
Let me think about that. Alright, I'm going to go with the Blight Kings on the Wrathmongers right in here. 15 attacks. 3s and 3s, 6s explode. 6s are not there today.
Just 1.
So I'm going to 5 though, so that's... Okay, and then 3 to win you. So you got 4, 8, 12 at -1. Oh, decent.
12 at -1.
Stuck.
For the Wrathmongers, puts them at a 6+ for their
Ouch.
save.
That's 12 damage.
And that's 12 damage. So that's 4 Wrathmongers.
But they do, when they die, they can't hit me, right? Or they take that away.
4. No, they don't get to pile in. So every time they die, it is removed from play. Roll a dice for each enemy unit within 1 inch of that model. Add 1 to the dice roll if 2 or more models from that enemy unit are within 1 inch of the slain model. On a 1, nothing happens. On a 2 to 5, enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound. On a 6+, that enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds after all of its attacks have resolved.
So they all had more than 1 model within it. All right, so we run the numbers. 2 through 4 is a mortal wound, and then 5 and 6 is D3 mortal wounds.
Yep. Looking for 5s and 6s. So that's 2 D3 mortal wounds plus 2. So, oops, drop dice. Hey, spiked it.
Wow.
8 mortal wounds.
8 mortal
Back
wounds.
to the unit of Blightkings.
Okay, so he had 3, 4, 4, 3. Ouch. Wait. 1 killed him. 1 killed him. 4 killed him. And then 3 went there. Yeah. Okay.
And then I will fight here. He's the champ, so he has a +1 and 8, so that 5 base attacks for him, 1 from the Secrator. These are 4s and 3s.
3's got, because they charge, right? +1?
+1, yes, correct, because they charge. So 3s and 3s.
Reroll 6. Oh, you killed my guy, never mind.
He was vaporized.
Yeah.
3s. 2 at round 1.
5s. Pass 1, fail 1. Still killed another guy.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Promo.
So we're gonna do Lord of Blights on the Bloodthirster right here. 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, and 3s. 2 rend 1, damage 2.
These are 5s and 6s. Nope.
4 damage.
So 4 damage to him.
So Battle Shock. Right? Because that's all the combat.
4 damage.
So Battle Shock on my Blightkings.
Okay.
I lost.
I also have Battle Shock on my Wrathmongers.
Yeah, I lost 3 Blightkings. They're Bravery 8 because they lost their banner.
They'd be Bravery 7 because they lost the banner, right? I thought they were
they're
8.
8, 9 with the banner.
Really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't it? So they're fine.
Wrathmongers have a base bravery of 7.
I lost 4.
I'm going to burn my last command point in auto pass.
Sure. All right.
So that's where we're at, and I actually got some points on the board, guys.
We got
It's 3.
3. Hey, you got that one
And
too.
I got 4. So
No.
we are at 15 to 4. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lock it in. So.
And we are at priority top of 4.
Yep.
This is a very important roll.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, okay.
Yep. So
I can't win a freaking priority roll to save my life.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay. So we rolled for the shifting objective here, and it is going to be, it was a 2. So it is going to be the middle objective. Zach is going to get prepped up for his hero phase.
I feel ready.
Do you feel ready?
I am.
Okay.
So the Nurgle wheel moves forward. Nurgle units get +1 to wound now for the turn.
Okay.
I have no wizard, so only hero phase stuff is going to be contagion points. On a 4-up, this guy's going to take a mortal wound and die from the tree. Won't that be fun, kids? No! Alright, so contagion points, I'm only going to get... I want to measure... If that guy's within 12, I'll get 3 there.
I don't think he is.
Nope. So I don't think I get any... Well, what about this? Oh, he's slightly forward. No? No.
That was kind of a weird filming angle there.
Yeah. I think that's it from hero phase, but I'll double check. But we'll probably come back at the end of my movement phase. So because the middle objective changed the objective changed this middle one, I'm going to try and come in and take that. I have moved these Blightkings over to come in here, and I have moved my Lord of Blights out of combat because if he stays there, he's just going to get eaten. And really, that's all I have left to move. So charged lock, he can't shoot because he fell out of combat. So these guys need a 5, and they get +1 from their bell. So we'll see what happens.
It's a 6.
6 and it turns into a 7. Nurgle's blessed number. And that'll be straight to my combat phase, because that's where I'm going to start. So 3, 6, 9, 12. I need to check something. Okay, I'm going to use a command point from my hero here, letting them reroll once they hit in combat, putting me down to 2 command points. So here we go. 3s, 6 explode, reroll once. Got a few 6s. Let's turn these 1s into 6s. No. 3 6s. Come on. 3d6 extra. That is 12. Take it. I'm going to grab some more dice and be right back. Figured it out.
Figuring it out.
So, plus 1 to wound, so this is going to wound him on 2s. Here you go.
It's going to be fun. -1 rend.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 5s and 6s. It's not a lot.
Actually, it's a fair amount. You saved 7. So you take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage.
That's just enough.
Got him!
Because he has 4 wounds.
Take it. Valiant effort, Bloodthirster.
Okay.
And
that'll be my 8th
uh-oh.
blood tithe point.
Your combat.
Alright, Wrathmonger's going to attack here. That's going to be 5 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. Just 1.
Round 1. 5 up. Failed it.
Okie dokie.
1 damage. And then those Blightkings will swing back. So 6 attacks. Yep.
Super duper.
I didn't even wound ya.
Cool.
Wrathmonger lives.
Wrathmonger survives.
Didn't see that coming.
Alright, so you'll score 1 and 3.
So 4, putting me at 19. Because I was at 5, 10, 15.
You'll score 4. Yes, on 19.
19.
Yep. Okay.
Your turn?
Yes.
Alright, so we did some math, and with scoring as it stands right now, Levi cannot catch up, even if he were to table me. He's at 4 points. The max he can score the rest of the game is an additional 10, putting him at 14 to my 19. So,
But I'm just going to go till the last man. Because
Sure.
Why not?
fight me.
So I'll gain my 1 command point back.
Khorne hero phase.
That's it. I'm going straight to the movement.
Do it. We'll
Straight
be
to
right
all
back.
the movement. Movement phase. I just moved kind of everybody around. I'm just gonna here, and here, here and here, and then I spent my 8 blood tithe points just for. This is just more of a moral victory for me.
Yeah.
And summon another Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go on to charges. So I'm gonna charge with my Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. He's gonna go with a 6. So that'll put him. He's flying, but I'll put him right there.
Sure.
Bloodsecrator. That's a 5. That's not good.
That's enough to get, well, to him.
Yeah, well. I'm gonna try and do maximum amount of pain here.
Oh, I see.
And then charging this Bloodthirster Unfettered Furry, which needs a 9. Boxcars! Got him!
Got him.
I'll go here.
Oh.
Right there. Okay.
Combat? Did you move?
Combat.
Okay.
Combat 30.
We'll be right back.
Retroactive shooting attack.
Activated.
He, from here to there, 12 inches, he's going to hit those guys. 3s and 3s. Rerolling the 1s.
Usually the dice gods don't like it when you rewind time. Oh, there it is.
1 and red 1.
Failed.
D3. For 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Combat.
Completed my charges. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pile in him first. And then hopefully I could pop off a couple mortal wounds. I'm going to Reapers of Vengeance him and allow him to...
Fight twice. Or...
Yeah, it's kind of a weird deal because... Yeah.
You tell me.
I'll Reapers of Vengeance him.
Sure.
He's probably going to kill the Lord of Blights, but maybe I can get some mortal wounds off. And
yeah.
Alright. 3s and 2s. Rerolling the 1s to hit. Nope. 2 Ren 1. Or Ren 2. Sorry.
6 is roll once. Failed both.
2d6. 6 damage.
He's super dead.
He's not resilient. Yes. So, becomes a moot point at that point, because now I can't pile in, because I'm not within 3 inches of anything, so. On to you, sir.
I don't have a command point to reroll ones anymore, so... Or I do, but I don't have any heroes. So, I've got 4 models on the table.
You get an additional blood type.
So these Blightkings are going to swing at his new, freshly summoned Bloodthirster. So 3s and 3s, 6s explode. There's the 6s. So it turns into 3, 6, 9, 13. So 4, 8, 12, 13. And I'm still getting +1 to wound because we're still on that same turn. So 2s. Gotta watch these Blightkings when they're powered up. So I kill your brand new Bloodthirster.
5s and 6s.
Nah, you saved too many. Yeah. 3, 6, 9. I did 10 wounds to him though.
10 wounds to him.
Respectable. Yeah. So he's gonna hit me back. So
I'm gonna go with Wrathmonger here. 5 attacks, 4s and 3s. Just 2 at rand 1.
5s. You killed. Nope.
Got 1.
He's the general, or not the general, the champ. He's the belt.
because of the belt.
Not quite dead.
Not quite.
So
Okay.
they're gonna hit you back. So kill that Wrathmonger. I tell you what. 3s and 3s. 6s explode. Turn into 3. So there's my 3. And 2s wound ya. 1, 2, 3, 4. -1. Die.
6s. Saved 1.
Barely
but
got
that's
him.
Barely got him.
That is hit me
So
back. So he's gonna get +1 to this roll.
+1 to the roll. Looking for that super sweet 6 or 5.
Got it.
D3 more wounds. 2 more wounds.
2 more ones. You do kill this man because he had 1 wound left.
1 transfers.
All right. What do we got next?
Just the Bloodthirster.
Do it.
He's taken 10 wounds, so he's actually only he's wounding on 4s now.
Ouch.
And that's gonna be still 7 attacks though. Oh, because he's dead. Yep. Hey, blood type. Cool. 7 attacks. 3s and 4s. Rerolling the 1s to hit. Oh, there it was. Not great. 3 at Ren 2.
3 at run 2. I need 6s. None.
D3 damage. That's
7.
7 damage.
So kills this lad. And 3 wounds here. Can he fight again?
No, yeah.
Okay. That's all my combat.
That's game. That was more of a just to see if I could get you off the table by the end of the game. But
Good game.
it's a good game.
Let's talk about it.
We'll, yeah.
Welcome to the wrap up. That was a bloody, pussy mess. Wow. When you mix Khorne and Nurgle,
That's what you're gonna get, blood and pus.
you get a staph infection.
Yeah.
So I think my plan was to just hold out and see how long I could survive. And in that time, with this scenario, it just gave me enough time to rack up too many points and create too great of a deficit.
Right.
for Khorne there.
Yeah, I mean, you did what you're supposed to do for the most part. I mean, tie up, especially in this particular scenario. You put all the wounds in your flies on that first objective.
Yep.
You got to make your opponent, forced me to get in and have to deal with that to try and at least get some points. I feel like I rolled a lot of 2s today, which isn't stellar when you're hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s. Most of the time. Prayers were awful.
Yeah, your prayers fell down. Yeah.
Feel like outside of the Secrator, I got no support help from the priests with the dice rolls that I had today. Which, you know, it sucks with Skarbrand when he's that 4 up, 3 up. He kind of needs that +1 to be a little more punchy than he was.
Right.
But yeah, there's just too much to chew through in those first 2 turns. I mean, if you can tie up the majority of somebody's army in the first 2 turns, and then with the Blight Cyst coming in behind, where it was with the rend and the punch that's coming in.
Right. It's a good combo. I'm
right.
learning that. I mean, with those Pusgoyle Blightlords, you're looking at a 14 wound unit with a 4 up armor save, and then a 5 up disgustingly resilient.
Right.
That's, I mean, between all the flies, that's 14, 28, 42 wounds
between
for 6
units,
models.
6 models, yeah.
And that can
plus
go
the Lord of Affliction on top of that too.
Right, and then they can go anywhere I want them to on turn 1.
Right.
It is a 1-2 punch. You throw up the shield wall of the Affliction Cyst,
right,
and then your Haymaker comes in with your Blight Cyst to fight with left.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, I didn't have enough punch. That's all it amounted to.
Yeah, you need a punch. You need to hit hard. If you had gotten a double turn, it didn't happen. It didn't
happen
every time.
The entire game, and like the majority of the armies I play, that double turn. I lasted a little longer than I thought I would. I thought after turn 2, I was like, this game. I think after turn 2, the game was pretty much already over, but I still had enough on the board and enough damage that I felt like I could turn it around. But then, obviously turn 3, the deficit was too much. Right.
Who's your MVP?
My MVP for the game?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be the Insensate Rage. He was running around with 1 wound the entire game.
Yeah. He did a lot of damage. And
even that's the thing too, is even at his lowest profile, I had 1 or 2 rolls there where I actually spiked some dice the way they're supposed to be done.
Right.
And if I'd have done that turn 1 or turn 2, turn 3, it would have maybe swung the game a little bit more in my favor, because the Blightkings don't have that disgustingly resilient, and if I can get a Bloodthirster in on those guys and get them to attack first, most of the time they're going to do a hefty amount of damage to at least severely neuter the Blightkings.
Yeah.
Before they can hit back. I don't know. There's a lot personally, like on a personal level for Khorne, that I think needs to kind of change. I hate their summoning mechanic. It seems it's an all or nothing, and they're the only Chaos army that is like that. That has summoning that's like that. You build up points, you blow them all out. I think there could probably be some changes maybe made, but I don't think they're going to do that. I feel like a lot of these older armies, even though they get new books and get these things, they still fall behind on all the new stuff. That list is probably the most tournament list that I run, and it just doesn't fare well against Slaanesh, OBR.
Right.
The Lumineth stuff coming out looks like it's going to be bananas as well.
It'll be a problem for everybody.
Yeah, so it's a struggle. As a Khorne player, it's a struggle.
Right.
And then playing against a non-magic list too.
Right. You're very anti-magic, and I had 1 spellcaster.
Right.
Who never did anything.
Right.
So, I didn't have a single. I don't know. My Blightkings, when they took out your Bloodthirster in the middle, was probably the best as far as my units were concerned. So I guess my Blightkings were my MVP. Because my heroes, I only have 3 heroes in the list, so they don't ever get to do.
Well, I'd have to say your MVP should be the wheel.
The Nurgle wheel.
The Nurgle wheel, because you rolled right away 3 wounds on my general.
Yeah.
And then you taper that into a +2 move on turn 3, which is where like you know, you need turn 3. Turn 3 a lot of times in my experience, turn 3 is like that's when the game's going to be decided. Right there. And then at the very end there, when you needed that
extra
+2 to wound, or +1 to wound, I'd say.
Yeah, it started in a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good times.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there were definitely some rule mix-ups. I know.
I didn't do any instance of the Blightkings in the hero phase on 6-up.
Yeah.
Virulent Discharge, I forgot about that, and the Pusgoyles do it as well.
Yeah.
Forgot that.
Virulent Discharge. I know I missed a couple extra attacks based on some profiles. I know that there was a hero phase mortal wound that came from the Unfettered Fury, which I didn't remember until I was putting the model away. So again, it's just, you know, remembering the rules, and when you don't play the army for a while. I think this is the first time I've played Khorne in like more of a competitive capacity in a while, or at least this list for sure. The majority of the lists that I've been running is more fun mortal lists and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks again for watching. Appreciate all the I think there was 1 or 2 comments about my Iron Jaws. I appreciate the
we'll get them
feedback.
Back. Yeah.
And hopefully we can get some more games on.
Do
get a couple more people.
Slaanesh versus Iron Jaws.
No.
No?
Not in my house.
Not in my house. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Happy Tennis Wargaming. And remember, have fun, be safe. And if you can't be safe, have fun.